Mm-hmm. 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 Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? My strife, my right to fight, to die on. And this is my game to play, to claim a brand new name, And I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm a bit nervous that I might screw everything up that I've ever done. But what's the point of living if you ain't having fun? I guess I'll try this, try that, might miss, gotta find what I'm good at. I guess I look here, look there, over where am I scared, where am I at? I gotta make it in this life, whatever makes me happy, know I'm doing things right. Sipping in the summer on a goose and Sprite, or find a nightclub for the end of the night, And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
Matchups, setting the stage for an epic showdown. First up, Canada steamrolled Great Britain in a 19-0 blowout. Canada's offense was relentless, with Jeremy Bishop and Dominic Bodine leading the charge. Great Britain's goaltenders faced an onslaught, but it wasn't enough to stop Canada from cruising into the semi-finals. In another quarterfinal, Canada-BC took on the USA and came away with a hard-fought 5-3 victory. Canada-BC's Daniel LaFortune and Ryan Delaney were clutch, each scoring key goals to keep the USA at bay and secure their spot in the next round. Slovakia and Portugal squared off in a thriller, with Slovakia edging out a 5-4 win after a dramatic shootout. Josef Menerik was the hero for Slovakia, netting 2 goals in regulation and a crucial goal in the shootout to keep their championship hopes alive. Rounding out the quarterfinals, Canada Alberta needed overtime to get past Italy in a nail-biting 4-3 victory. Sean Fagan was the difference maker, scoring twice, including the game winner in OT, as Canada Alberta punched their ticket to the semis. On day 4, the USA rebounded in the 7th place game, dominating Great Britain 9-1. Michael Bain led the charge with a hat trick, while the USA defense kept Great Britain in check, ending their tournament on a high note. In the 5th place game, Italy made a statement with a commanding 7-0 win over Portugal. Pat Palermo and Dario D'Andrea got the scoring started early, and Italy never looked back, securing their place as one of the tournament's top teams outside the medal rounds. The semifinals brought more drama. Canada faced off against Slovakia, and it was Canada who came out on top with a 4-2 victory. Jonathan Daoust was the star, scoring twice to lead Canada to the finals, while their defense shut down a determined Slovakian squad. In the other semifinal, Canada-BC took on Canada-Alberta in a tight contest. Canada-BC emerged victorious with a 2-1 win, thanks to a game-winning goal from Mark Smith late in the 3rd period. Canada-BC now heads to the finals to face Canada in what promises to be an epic showdown. As the road to the finals comes to a close, all eyes are on the final matchups, with Canada and Canada.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit, I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
The Soccer Center South got the bronze medal matchup coming up for you. The hometown team, Alberta, knocked off yesterday in a thrilling 2-1 affair against Canada BC Legends, squaring off against Slovakia, who have traveled far across the pond. Both teams looking to go home with some hardware. Slovakia knocked off yesterday by Canada in a close game, 4-2. They certainly gave Canada their best game of the tournament, and I expect them to continue that pace here. As the referees are just getting the players lined up so we could have the opening draw. Just as a reminder, you will see 4 referees out on the floor. We piloted this yesterday, and it turned out to be very well received by the coaches, the staff, the players. So there's 2 linesmen, 2 referees in effect. And ultimately the goal here, right, is just continually improve and get the best possible experience going for the players. So we're almost ready to start here. If you ask me what I'm expecting for this game, I think Slovakia is going to come out and try and jump out early on Alberta and try and get a good forecheck going to neutralize Alberta's speed. And really just try and get balls to the net off of the forecheck. You know, I think for Alberta, you know, what they were doing was working. Yesterday it got a little stymied against BC because BC is also a fast team. They're able to neutralize their speed. But I think for, you know, the Legends team here from Alberta, just try and continue to utilize that speed, dump balls in deep, win the forecheck, find passing lanes, and get opportunities created. My most obvious statement to start off the day, right, for both teams, minimize mental mistakes and stay out of the penalty box, right? Don't take dumb penalties. That goes without saying. This is a bronze medal game. Both teams want to go home with some hardware. And the last thing you want to do is put your team into a bad position, right, by taking an unnecessary penalty. So I think with both of these being veteran teams, I don't expect that to happen. But you never know. We saw one yesterday. It actually occurred with Slovakia where a player grabbed the ball up off the ground and tried to just toss it away, which actually for me was the first time I've seen that penalty called in a world championship. And it ended up costing them. Canada scored on the ensuing power play. So those are the types of penalties that you want to eliminate. And it looks like we have an issue here with the mesh netting on the Alberta netminder side. And that's what the referees are tending to. So in net for Alberta, no surprise, Dennis Smithson. In net for Slovakia, no surprise there, Marek Javar. Both of these outstanding netminders. Certainly in contention for the All-Star team and potentially most valuable goalie awards. They've both been stellar all week. Looks like the referees have finished adjusting. And we should be ready to be underway here just momentarily. Okay, referee signaling with both teams here. And we are ready. Bronze medal matchup underway. Alberta in white, Slovakia in blue. Alberta wins the draw. Takes possession over to Minor, and here we go. The dump in using their speed. That's been their game plan all week. They've been successful executing it. See if Slovakia can neutralize it. So batted out. Sent in by Lejcik back into the Slovak zone. Minarik, been one of their best defenders, going to calm that down. Sends it up over to Rehak. Well, we just had a couple of lights go out. But I think that was intentional. All right, so if Slovakia can't get balls through the neutral zone here, just look for the high lob out. Lepard dumps it in. Picked up by the captain, Sean Miskew. Another player, just been a tremendous leader for him all week. Has been solid on the back end, also contributed some points offensively. Been one of their better penalty killers all week as well. All right, sent in through the zone, but missed. So that's going to end up being a flooring call. So in the box with me again is world-renowned photographer Terry Milby. Here taking those critical action shots that you can catch on Facebook for Terry Milby Photography. I'll tell you, folks, best in the business as far as I'm concerned. And also one of the most amazing human beings you ever met. You won't find anybody with more passion for the sport and just loves what she does than USA Masters and Legends Division General Manager Terry Milby. Truly a special person to have in the community. Glad to have her in the booth here with me and taking photos of these amazing players. So there was some heavy discussion about whether or not that should have been a flooring because Javar came out to play it. So the Alberta bench immediately argued the linesman met, right? The one linesman spoke to the referee, they concurred, and so if it's an inadvertent flooring call, faceoff comes right back out to center as that ball is just kept right into the trapper of Smithson there, the high lob. So be on the lookout for the high lob here, right? That's one of the ways you can neutralize speed when you're trying to get counterattacks going on the neutral zones. Slovakia very good at this. This is something that they practice in their program, you know, starting with the juniors. Because it's something that they have to neutralize with Canada, right? Canada known for their speed, as is the United States. So now Slovakia centering attempt a little too far for Dagbaitala, who's also been one of Slovakia's better players. I interviewed him earlier in the week. You can catch that on the home team live web stream. Centering attempt, wrapped around, and then ultimately wrapped all the way out front. Now picked up by Merkler. Pad save, rebound. Oh, what a stop! Oh my word, Marek Javar making a big one already. 9:53 remaining. We'll see if we take a look at this here on the replay. Merkler, that's just a great shot, low pad. He was trying to go for the rebound, and well, I mean, just you saw it. What can you say, Javar? I mean, he's just been phenomenal. It would not shock me if he won, you know, most valuable goaltender or was named to the tournament all-star team, as it would not shock me with Dennis Smithson as well. And that should be a flooring call with 9:38 remaining. So it looks like Alberta getting some line changes here. Out comes LaFontaine, Miner, and Fagan. Been their best line all week. You know, Troy Miner certainly in contention for most valuable forward in the All-Star team as well, in my opinion. He has just been a hustle machine all week, and he made one of the best passes I've seen in the tournament after he took a scream down the left wing, got a shot on net. Goalie made the save. This is against Italy. It turned out to be the game winner in overtime in the quarterfinals that put him into the semis. He picked up his own rebound, went behind the net, and just backhanded it right in front to an open player who buried it. Really love Miner's game. Marian Giba on the forecheck there, poke checked away by Javar. It should count as a save since that was on net. Picked back up by Slovakia. Long lob outlet pass picked up by Drabek. Drabek with it, long shot, butterfly save. Immediately back out, Fagan can't get to it. Batted back up to Giba. Centering attempt, look at the net, shot. Good job collapsing down by Woshishin. Boy, he's just been monstrous from a defensive standpoint. I mean, not only is he a physically imposing defenseman, you know, he's tall, he's, you know, got those broad shoulders. Man, the guy just got his head on a swivel. As Drabek comes in now, Alberta does manage to catch up. Good play by Donahue. Breaking that up. Centering attempt to that just went wide off the stick of Baitala. Picked up by Alberta. Now Alberta back behind the net as we get a couple of fresh legs out. Through the floor, intercepted by Slovakia. Look at the net, long shot, just whistles wide. Off the stick of Baitala. That one goes over the crossbar, 7:56 remaining. Good back and forth action thus far here in the first period, as expected. Both teams with a lot of energy. They want to go home with some hardware as the ball trickles in all the way on Smithson. I don't think that Slovakia got an extra whack on that. We might be able to take a look at it on the replay here. It might have just ended up trickling in. So that was Baitala, and then yeah, he wasn't able to get quality carbon on that. So both teams, some wholesale line changes. Taking the draw for Slovakia, number 58, Daniel Lazarek. One back by Alberta. Up through the neutral zone. Intercepted by Slovakia. Lazaric has it. Being harangued by Thompson. Up through the neutral zone. Alberta slows it down, sends it back over to the captain, Miskew. Miskew always playing with his head up. All you younger players at home, that's what you want to do when you're on defenseman. Right? You got to learn how to play with your head up. Ball battled into the near boards. A lot of banging going on down there. And Slovakian player blows a tire, is still down on the floor holding his ankle. The referee may blow this dead. This is referee discretion. Depends on who has the ball and whether or not they feel that player is injured to an extent where they feel they need to protect the player's safety. All right, Slovakia now out through the neutral zone. Long dump in, wide of the net, on the forecheck, and now Smithson thinks better of it and gets a glove on it with 6:27 remaining here in the opening period. Nothing, Canada Alberta taking on Slovakia. Well, referee's coming over here saying, hey, hang on a second. Well, kind of a late line change. They discuss it. Linesman said I waved them off okay. So referee says, thank you, sir. So there's one of the benefits of the four-man system, right? Right in front of our very eyes, folks. Always trying to improve here at the ISBHF. And that ball is chipped up through the neutral zone, taken up by Slovakia, dumped in. Misplayed by Lundberg. He's going to have to go all the way back behind his net now for this one. Over to Toth. Toth, center attempt, poked up, back behind the net. Picked up by Josef Minarik. Backhanded out, intercepted. Here's a good look at the net. Blocked. Good job by the Hall of Famer Giba to get in there and sacrifice the body on that racket. I mean, there's a guy with 8 medals to his name. You've heard me say most decorated defenseman in ISBHF history. He's, right? Still out here sacrificing the body. Guy's unbelievable. Center attempt off of a foot, picked up by Slovakia. Dumped into Lasiak. Lasiak stick handling through some trouble. Backhander goes up into the mesh netting with 5:13 remaining. Javar comes all the way out. BC bench screaming pressure, pressure, pressure. Dumped in. Over to Lepar. Got to go look at that. Oh, that one just whistled wide. Didn't miss by much. Fagan now sends it back behind the net. 4:45 remaining in the opening draw. Up to McLennan. Whoop. Ball took a weird bounce off the red bottom border here. Now LaFontaine with it. And does it go in? Referee never signaled a goal. He was down there the whole time. LaFontaine threw a backhander on net. We'll take a look at the replay. Javar got a piece of it. The referee was down there in perfect position. We'll see here. There's the ball squirting in. Oh, what a job. Kept out right at the last second by number 17, Josef Minarik. Well, Slovakia dodges a bullet thanks to Minarik. Just want to credit the referees there. Again, outstanding positioning, right? That's one of the reasons why we implemented the four-man system, right? The referee only has one zone to worry about, just like they do in the NHL, and allows them to be in perfect position for the call. So again, credit to referee-in-chief Michael Wabi, North America, Yaroslav Milasek for Europe, technical director Andy Nemchek as pad save, and our president Elio Pascuzzo for figuring out a way to make this happen. as the ball is sent up out of the zone now. And we're going to get a flooring call. So the faceoff will come all the way back down deep into the Slovakian zone. And for you younger players at home, right, you talk about hustle and what it takes to get home with hardware. You just saw Joseph Bednarek, right, show you what it takes. Turned on the afterburners. He was probably out of gas towards the end of the shift and just somehow found a way to keep that ball out of the zone, out of the back of the net. Face off, finally corralled up by Alberta, but they're hemmed in along the boards. Got 4 bodies down there, all haranguing each other. Escalating into harassment. Now it's picked up by the Slovaks, dumped out. Samaj giving chase, but neither him nor Woshishin able to get to it. So we'll have a flooring call here, 3:36 remaining. All right, back to the action as Alberta keeps it in there at the red line. Now poke checked out by Slovakia. Slovakia getting some changes behind the scenes there. Edwards bodied off the ball. Well, listen, that was, you know, Alberta screaming for a call here. Looked like good, clean hockey. Okay, a little bit of confusion there. So the referee now is signaling on Slovakia, but Slovakia had the ball. The referee had his arm up there for a few seconds. I gotta see who this penalty's on. I'm gonna take the headset off, see if I can hear. Okay, so the penalty's on Slovakia. It's on number 37, Robert Drobic, for checking. Well, listen, the play happened right in front of me. I don't have the same angle that the ref does from my angle. It just looked like 2 players colliding. Obviously, the referee is on the opposite side of the rink. He has a much better angle than I do. He made the right call. And again, folks, you always hear me say it every tournament. Referees got the hardest job here. I'll never criticize them. Most thankless job in sports. Shot scored just like that, Woshishin. Boy, just 6 seconds into the power play, an absolute howitzer from the point. That just curved right up over the glove of Javar. We'll see it here on the replay. Look at the power behind the shot. Javar sees it the whole way. He does everything a goalie's supposed to do. Takes a step out, cuts down the angle, and as you've heard me say many times, right, look at the ball curve. It's going right into his glove, and then at the last second, just bang. It's over the glove in the back of the net. Hey, credit to Woshishin. He saw his shot, he took it. Now Alberta's up 1-0. Can they keep the momentum here? Lepar has it, backhander, chopped on net. Kept by Dennis Smithson. So Troy Miner gets an assist. I'm going to go ahead and check stats.isbhf.com because, as usual, I am still having trouble hearing with the headset on and the amount of reverb here in the arena. But you can check stats.isbhf.com as well, folks. There's a link directly to it from our homepage. As the ball is sent up into the Slovak zone. And now we get a whistle. So 2:35 remaining. Faceoff come back out to the neutral zone. Faces on one back by Alberta, over to Miskew. Sean Fagan ended up getting second assist on that. So Woshishin from Minor and Fagan. Shot, ball is loose, still loose, now picked up by Slovakia. And we're gonna get a call here. Well, the Alberta bench is unhappy, unshockingly, as you've heard me say in jest many times, right? Never met a player that was happy to be in the box, and I've never seen a team that agreed with the call. Penalties on Sean Fagan, number 8. All right, Slovakia now with a golden opportunity on the power play. There's a minute 50 left in the period, minute 55 on the power play. Slovakia gains the zone. They're going to set up here back at the point. Quarterbacking it is Minarik. Over to Drobic. Takes a shot over Minarik. Shot! Deflected. Toss should be able to get the clear here. He does. Minute and 30 remaining on the power play. Minute 22 in the period. There is a 7-second difference between time in the period and time on the power play. So the period will expire 7 seconds before the power play is over. Ball lobbed all the way out. Alberta going to get some changes. Slovakia will reset. Dumped in. Slovakia has the zone. LaFontaine there trying to chip it up. Alberta's going to be able to get this out of the zone. The Slovak player is still down on the floor in the Alberta zone. A little bit of confusion there on the line changes for Slovakia. Now they get some wholesale changes. Dumped in, on net, and then just swallowed up. And listen, I don't know what happened. It looked like the Alberta player ran into his own goalie. Now Alberta's upset with Slovakia. I didn't see anybody get pushed. See if we can see what happens here on the replay. So the ball's just dumped in. Oh, okay, yeah, the Slovakian player gave him a love tap. Okay, I'd be upset too. Yeah. .7 seconds left in the period, 34 seconds left on the man advantage. Slovakia wins the draw. Look at the net here. Shot scored just like that. They tie it. Number 46. Boy, he's been one of their best players all week. He's just an absolute heads-up type of player. Mikhail Rohacik. Look at this. Picks the heads up, sees the spot, and then just rifles it top shelf. Again, for you younger players at home want to learn how to be a world championship player, you got to play with your head up, and that's why. Look at him, right? Gets the ball, looks at the goal, he sees where the shooting spot is, knows that there's traffic. Absolutely nothing the Alberta netminder could do. That's just world championship level shooting right there. I know Alberta's frustrated. You know, they're still complaining about the call, but they just got to move on. Right? It's over and done with. On to the next shift. Slovakia, now they have the momentum. Let's see what happens. Carried in by Slovakia. Long shot, just whistles wide. 8 seconds left. Alberta might be content to just eat this here. 5 seconds. All right, apologize for the late start, folks. Just had to take care of some of my duties as promotions director for ISBHF. A back to action shot, pad save, Javar. Yes, your play-by-play guy is multitasking here in the penalty box. I have my phone with me, and we're just getting a couple of messages about the game, so I just had to respond to those. But we are back in action. Shot, pad save. Oh, that was a good one on Smithson as now referee blows it dead. It looks like Troy Minor's down. I don't know if we'll get to see what happened on the replay here. I didn't see him take a spill. I mean, I saw some jarring. And yeah, it looks like he just twisted his knee there. Well, let's hope he's okay. I mean, listen, in my opinion, if he's not been their best player, I mean, he's clearly, in top 3 discussion. Just on hustle alone. I mean, for you younger kids, that want to learn how to make a national team and learn how to play at elite level, kids, it starts with running. You ask any elite ball hockey coach or elite ball hockey players, they'll tell you, it doesn't matter what you do if you can't run. Because at this level, this game is all about hustle and running. Everyone's so fast. And that's why, people are so impressed with Troy Minor. Guy just never stops, has a motor that won't quit. Everybody loves having him on the team. All right, wrapped around, picked up by the Slovaks. And just got word it was not a twisted knee. Shot is batted around, then ends up behind the net. Minor had a Charlie horse, so cramp it up, he'll have to hydrate. Shot, oh, good waffle save there by Smithson. That one had eyes through a screen. Slovakia walking in now, all sorts of pressure. Shot! I don't think that second effort made it through. Rebound blocked by Miskew. That shot blocked. Comes all the way out towards the neutral zone, carried in by Edwards. Edwards with a load of steam, centering attempt intercepted by Slovakia. Got to be careful here, they're screaming too many men. Referee did not signal it. Well, looked like Alberta might have dodged a bullet there. Boy, I tell you, their bench got really quiet for a change. Funny how that works, right, folks? When you're the team committing the infraction, you never hear a peep. As we have another Alberta. Listen, I'm just trying to make light of it, folks. It's the last day of a long tournament, right? Obviously, I'm a little slap happy. I've been calling a lot of games. Just trying to give you the best possible experience here in the booth. But this player, and I seem to have misplaced my scoring sheet. There it is. Number 73 for Canada Alberta. Sean Thompson appears to be hobbling off as the trainer's going to attend to him. All right, we're back. 9:56 remaining. All square at 1. Alberta back behind the net. A lot of hometown fans in attendance. My first Dan Deerdorf of the day, right? Stating the obvious. Well, it's the hometown team playing. Of course there's a lot of hometown fans in attendance as Slovakia takes it back behind the net. Kovar with it, centering attempt. Over to Podarski, long shot from the point. Oh, that one had eyes. Good save again by Smithson. Right off the left pad. Boy, Podarski doesn't shoot often. But I'll tell you, when the guy does shoot, man, he's got one of the more accurate shots I've seen in the tournament thus far. .906 remaining. Ball headmanned up through the neutral zone, onto the stick of Minor. He has that poke checked away. Oh, good defensive work. Again, I mean, you know, you talk about a defensive stalwart that you need on your team, boy. To me, that's Minaric, you know. He may not appear on the score sheet every game, but he's just a defenseman's defenseman, just always in the right play. Positioning, just impeccable, as we're going to get a flooring call here. Obviously, the gentleman's in shape, right? It's Legends division. He has kept himself in shape over the years, runs very well. Really impressed with his style of play. All right, we are getting ready for the draw here. Giba wins it back. Lobbed out. That's what I was talking about earlier with Slovakia and the lob. Here they go on the forecheck. Glennon back, intercepted. Textbook forecheck after a lob there. Now Alberta's hemmed in their own zone as Slovakia comes away with it. Lacek being bottled by McLennan. Still battling. Now these guys got to be tired, but that was a long way to run for the ball. Now battling along the boards. It just takes so much out of you. A couple other players come in to help. Just a mass of humanity down there. Ball still loose. Nobody can dig it out. Slovakia just trying to move it along the board. It's an outstanding forecheck. I mean, they're hemming Alberta in their zone, and this is the long change period. So now Alberta's got to hustle to get off the floor, which they're trying to do. Centering attempt, nobody there to pick it up. Cerise goes for it. As Alberta gets caught behind. Look at the net, shot pad save, Smithson. No, Alberta's got to clean that up the remainder of the period there. Bad change. Intercepted by Slovakia through the neutral zone. No help though, he's gonna have to dump that in and just, well, he looks upset, that player. It looks like he was trying to tell his teammate to get to the net. That's why he dumped it on net, but the teammate was a good 3 or 4 steps behind. Alberta, patient with the ball. Up along the near boards, right below me. Players battling. Good, fair, clean hockey. Poke back behind the net, up along the far boards. Intercepted by Slovakia, down low. Turnaround, save Smithson. I think he got a foot on that. Vitala passed it off instead of shooting on net. Slovaks can't get a stick on it. Player takes a spill. Both players take a spill now into the boards, and Slovakia is going to get some changes. Centering attempt batted away by Smithson. And Slovakia is going to finish their line changes. All right, batted back in by Slovakia. 6:05 remaining. Alberta trying to get it out of the zone. I mean, it's just been all Slovakia, really. It feels like the last 4 or 5 minutes. Alberta unable to get sustained zone pressure time. Intercepted, chipped in, back deep. And again, like I talked about at the start of the game, right? You know, get a good forecheck working here, neutralize Alberta's speed. It's a good coaching adjustment. I mean, it's not giving the Alberta team opportunities to either carry it out of the zone or make crisp passes up through the neutral zone. So if I'm Alberta, I might start trying lobs here. Over to Giba, up to Rehak. Centering attempt. Misplayed off the foot, back to Miskew. All the way up through the neutral zone. Blocked, and that goes all the way up to the mesh netting. And it looks like Alberta's going to get a couple of changes here. 5:07 remaining in the period. Long wrist shot, just waffled aside by Javar. Kind of lunged at it. Ball was taking a weird curve on him, but he tracked that the whole way. Dumped in down deep. Slovakia again on the forecheck. Alberta hemmed in, trying to advance it. Pinched by Giba. There's a lob, but not far enough. Menard able to just bat it up along the boards. Poke checked away again. Poke checked away again. Slovakia just tremendous stick work here. One-on-one, Lechak shot, whistled wide. Still battling behind the net. Ball is still loose. Now Slovakia comes away with it. Lechak batted away by Alberta. Fagan goes hard into the boards. Slovakia tries a center attempt, can't get it there, and now Alberta's just gonna have to take a flooring here. So the faceoff will come all the way back down deep into the Alberta zone with 3:59 remaining. Slovaks ready for the draw here. Vitala's going to take it, going up against LaFontaine. Scored that huge goal off the assist from Minor in the quarterfinals that put him in the semifinals. It was against Italy. It was that hustle play from Minor I was talking about. Now Slovakia commits a flooring infraction, so Alberta will be able to get some fresh legs. While Slovakia will come all the way back to their own zone. Refs reset, face off, one back by Alberta, a little too hard. Ball squirts out of the zone. Chip back in, intercepted by Slovaks. Ping pong it through the neutral zone. Vanet misplays it. Now Javar has to come out and bat it all the way up through the neutral zone. Larson there for Alberta. Sends it all the way back into his own zone. Shishin carrying it up to the neutral zone. Long shot. Waffled down by Javar. Up. Misplayed by Vitala. Ball got lost in his feet. Back behind the net. Centering attempt. Chipped up. And it's out. Kovar, good job there. Poke checking it just out of the zone. Oh, Chartrand with an opportunity here. Podarski's going to have to hustle back. Trying to get a stick in, and he does. And several Alberta players come screaming to the bench. 2 minutes, 46 seconds left. Opening period. Take a look at this shot here. It's good hustle play, deflecting it up into the mesh netting. It's what you want to see. Face off picked up by the Slovaks, out. And Alberta manages to get to it. Good hustle play there by Aiden Kulas. Kulas with it. Still looking for an outlet pass, but again, Slovakia just not giving it to him. They're following the forwards around here. There's nothing, right? And now they force a flooring. That's just great scheming on the part of the Slovakian coaching staff. Conversely for BC, they've got to make an adjustment here at some point. Their speed through the neutral zone has effectively been neutralized. And they've just got to figure out a way to get balls deep, right? And in the immortal words of former Team USA Masters coach and USA ball hockey legend of the community, Jay Machin, get it deep. That's what they might have to do, get it deep. So we'll see how it shakes out. Centering attempt just whistled wide by Wilson after Slovakia misplaced it. Wilson has it again. Ball batted. Ping pong loose. Still loose. Slovakia can't get it away from the front of the crease. Still along the side of the boards. Over to Kulas. Long shot wide. Oh, Slovakia must have dodged 6 bullets in a row there. Toth with it. Toth takes a shot. He was trying to catch somebody. I couldn't see the number back behind the net. Well, that was number 97, Wilson. And now the ball is tied up as Wilson takes the spill. Well, for Slovakia, just call it what it is. They got lucky there. I mean, there's the ball that's batted down. It hits a body on the way up and then bounces right to an Alberta player's stick. And then he just inadvertently kicked it behind his own stick. Wow. Well, I think I've said this a couple of times during the tournament, right? It's better to be lucky than good. Centering attempt, poke checked away again by Javar. They go falling over Javar. Javar might be hurt. They might have to blow this dead. Javar still down. Javar still down. Now the referees blow it. The Alberta bench is screaming. But listen, the goalie's hurt. If it was your goalie, right? I mean, you'd be saying blow the whistle. I just don't get why they're upset. He had 2 people fall over him. I mean, he's still down. You know, again, listen, folks, I don't have a horse in the race. You've heard me say that several times. I just want to see good hockey. I just don't understand the constant complaining. I really don't. I mean, I get it. You're trying to influence the rest. There's a lot of banter back and forth, you know, but it just seems like BC, like every whistle, every potential call, it's the bench, the coaches are screaming. And listen, sometimes that can work to your disadvantage, right? You got to, you know, again, I'm not criticizing. I'm offering commentary. I don't have a caller commentator. You got to be in control of your emotions when you're, you know, the deep end of the pool, right? You're in the bronze medal game. There's only one part of the pool that's deeper, and that's the gold medal game. All right, you got to make sure you manage your emotions. You know, use adrenaline wisely. Your body only has so much of it. And you know, I've officiated games myself. You know, and I will tell you, sometimes you get into a situation where you feel like you're constantly being harassed by the bench. It can affect your officiating. That's all I will say about that. Javar is still down. And I'm, you know, for those who may just be tuning in for the first time, I'm a goaltender myself. I have had people fall on me. It's not fun. A lot of times it can result in getting the wind knocked out of you. That usually takes, you know, at least 2-3 minutes to recover from. Sometimes your head gets slammed into the concrete or to the deck. You feel like you got your bell rung. You know, maybe your neck gets twisted the wrong way. So my point is, there's a lot of stuff that can happen, right? Like, you don't know what's going on right now with Javar. And the goalie can take as much time as he needs to recover. Right, so there's no issue here. There's no potential delay a game. He will signal to the refs when he's ready. And he has, and we are now back under play. So a minute 11 remaining, 1-1. Great game. Fagan with it. Fagan gets tripped up. Saris has it. Saris. Centering attempt shot. Oh, what a stop, Smithson. Now the captain Miskiw. Boy, let's remember that save by Smithson as that is lobbed up into the Alberta bench inadvertently by the captain Miskiw. That was a huge save. I mean, look at this. Perfect pass right onto the tape and then bang. Right off the nub of his stick. Face off, picked up by Slovakia. Long shot, whistles wide. Minor with it. Flashing the wheels, centering attempt. Intercepted by Slovakia. Oh, quick shot off a miscue stick. Didn't miss by much. Picked up by the Slovaks in the neutral zone. Poked out by Lejčák. Over to Drabik, now all the way back in to Dravar. Sends it over to Rehak. Rehak lobs it out to Giba. That's going to be a hand pass. It's just becoming comical at this point, how much the bench is yelling. Like, everybody knew it was a hand pass. They all screamed in unison. Well, they want to win, right? As Ric Flair used to say, by hook or by crook. You want to go home with some hardware. I get it. We have 7 seconds left. Slovakia should just be able to get the clear here. 4 seconds. Lejčák centering attempt. Shot just goes wide. And a centering attempt there. Unable to. Intercepted by Slovakia. Good read on the play. He can't dump it in, though. So Merkler picks it up, rattled around. Sent in on net, and we have a flooring just wide of the net. 8:26 remaining, 1-1 game. Well, both teams are certainly trying to execute their game plan here. I just feel like Slovakia is doing a bit better job of neutralizing whatever it is that Alberta is trying to do. Based on what I've seen and how Alberta's played the previous 4 games, they just have not had a lot of sustained zone time like I've seen in those previous games. Yes, they've had shots on net opportunities, but Slovakia has just been very quick to the ball. There's another high lob out. Picked up by Nisku. They're just playing smart hockey for Alberta. They've had great looks at the net. I mean, they've made some great passes. Here's another one, LaFontaine, long shot, goes wide, loose. Poke check behind the net. So they're getting balls to the net. Javar's just been really solid. Now picked up by Lechik. Got no help. Trying to wheel and deal. Rebound. Not giving up. Just swallowed up. And now we get some extracurriculars. LaFontaine trying to give him the business. And Slovakian player not having it. So well, it's not uncommon, right, in tight games like this for things to start getting chippy, so to speak. These players want to go home with some hardware, right? They put in over a year of prep work. They had to make the team. They're going to travel here, right? Family obligations, all that good stuff. So this is their last game. You're down to the last 7 minutes, 42 seconds of your tournament. For some of these guys, could be their last. This is the Legends division. Right, it's hard to make these teams. You got to be healthy. Right, you have to be able to attend evaluation camps. A lot that goes into it. So it's okay if it gets chippy. That's just hockey players playing hockey, man. Big hit right up along the boards here. Lazarek took one from Edwards. Long shot in from the point by Samaj. Fed up into the zone. Alberta looking to get something. Trickled just wide. I think that was redirected. Nice, smart heads-up play there by Alberta. That was number 97, Jeff Wilson. So I don't see a flooring. Well, they did call flooring. I just was looking for an arm up, but I didn't see it. I just need to get a pair of glasses. Centering attempt. I don't think that ever made it through. All the way long shot. Woshishin deflected wide. Up. That ball's going to go out. Is that going to be a flooring call? Yes, it will. And Alberta bench screaming for referees to say Slovakia can't make a change. All right, so the refs get that sorted out. Number 37 for Slovakia, sent back to the bench, Robert Jabek. Ball kept in at the point. Ping-ponging around. Woshishin tried a turnaround effort. Intercepted. Javar tried to smother it, couldn't. Rattled behind the net, over to Merkler. Turnaround effort, centering attempt, shot, what a stop! Are you kidding me? Oh, how did he save that one? Take a look at the replay here, Javar. Oh, what a save. One of the best of the tournament. Had him dead to rights, dove over and just caught it with the bottom of his thigh pad, it looked like. Defense there to bail him out. Man, I'll tell you, these goaltenders, boy, you talk about wanting to win. Giving it absolutely everything they have. And now Slovakia takes a timeout. So 30-second timeout. All right, timeout's over. Big draw coming up. LaFontaine going to take it for Alberta. He's got Woshishin right behind him. Fagan to his left. Miner to his right. One to Miner. Pad save. Ball swallowed up. And now Slovakia takes exception to the extra whack, as does LaFontaine. Well, again, that's just good hockey, right? It's just two teams trying to win, do battle. No harm, no foul. So they're calling matching minors here. It's going to be 4-on-4. So Podarski, number 77, is in the box for Slovakia. Waiting to see who's coming in for Alberta. Is it Fagan? Who's the penalty on? I see Fagan coming back over. That'll be his second of the game. All right, 6:05 remaining. Face off, one back by the Slovaks. 4-on-4. Narek carrying it up. Looking to gain the zone. Long shot, deflected wide. And Smithson's just going to keep that in. Off one by Alberta. 5:47 remaining in the game. Minute 40 remaining on the matching minors. Sorry. Outlet pass up towards the sideboards, taken by Miskew. Miskew centering attempt, fanned on, cleaned out by Slovakia. Not yet. Shot, save. Well, Miskew by Slovakia, almost capitalized on by Alberta. Potential 2-on-1 here. Alberta's got to get back. Miskew does. Shot. right into the solar plexus there, and I don't think Smithson thought he had it. He was looking for it. His teammate told him to just sit, sit, sit. See if we can take a look at it on the replay here. And again, the game continues to get chippy, but folks, right? These are people that have played hockey their whole lives. They want to win. They want to go home with hardware. This is perfectly normal. The referees expect it. Yeah, so you see Smithson step up, and then Lombard was like, hey, pal, just calm down. Take a seat. So Smithson sat back down. We'll get a whistle off here to his left with 1:07 left on the match minors. All right, well, Alberta needs to be careful here. It's 4-on-4 and Troy Minor's out there. If Alberta wins this, they're probably going to go for just a quick dump out and let Minor chase it down. Kept in by Slovakia off of the stick position, back behind the net. Up to Toth. So Minor's just hanging around at the blue line. We'll see if they try this long lob. Well, Alberta's going to get some line changes here. So Kulak comes out along with Edwards. 45 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Now they get it to Minor. Minor with some space. All over. So Slovakia counters. They gain the zone. Centering attempt off a knee. Back behind the net, picked up by Alberta. 10 seconds left on the matching Minors. Alberta carrying it through, trying to get to the Slovak zone. They're offsides there. No. Well, now they call offsides. I thought to call offsides if the shot reaches the goalie. Maybe it didn't. I couldn't see it. I'm actually behind the scorekeeper, so I'm looking through a couple of panes of glass here. Okay, all right, so the ball went up out of play. Okay, got it. All right, 2 seconds left, and then the matching Minor's over, so Fagan and Podorski will come out. All set, all even. Shot, whistles wide. Backhanded out, chip towards the near boards, directly below me. Drobic centers it to Giba, rolls off his stick. Taken by Alberta. Well, the captain Miskew now just still walking back and forth here. Gonna have to advance it forward at some point, chipped into the zone, but immediately intercepted by Slovakia. They've been doing it all game. Alberta just no answer. Long shot, steered aside. And that goes up into the mesh netting, out of play with 3:07 left. Centering attempt, shot, pad save, Smithson. Right off the draw, off the stick of Lepar. Lepar frustrated with himself, but hey, how's it go look at the net? Miami's trying to got 5-hole goal, he just made a great save on you. Draw in the same spot. Won by Alberta, all the way through. Long shot, just whistles wide. Vitala with it. Vitala trying to circle through. Throws it on net. That made it through. Ball was loose there for a second, and then finally Smithson finds it and covers it up. Referees come in to separate the players. See on the replay here. So the shot makes it through, bounces. I believe it hit the back of the Slovakian player, and then Smithson was able to find it. All right, 2:51 remaining, all knotted at one. One back by Slovakia, look at the net, pad save, rebound, just misses. Oh, Komanek took the initial shot. Was nice and low pad, and then number 23, Karol Samaj, just couldn't bury that rebound. So now we get a flooring call here. Face off, one by Slovakia, shot deflected up into the glass. Centering attempt, pad save. Over to Edwards. Podarski has it, chips it up, lobbed out high. Taken by Lundberg. Captain Miskew with it. After Lundberg, 2 minutes remaining. Up below me, over to LaFontaine, got a little bit of space. Fakes the shot, down low for Minor. Javar comes out to play it towards the near corner. Lobbed out again. Slovakia just executing this lob to perfection here. And now on the forecheck, player loses their footing. Ball squirts away. Along the far boards. Minor doing battle with Minarik. Back to the points. Got to look at the net. Lachik. Shot blocked. Batted away, but not far enough. Lachik turnaround, mishandled it. LaFontaine giving chase. Going to be beaten to it by Minarik. Rattled around. Chipped up. Hit a foot. I don't think the Slovakia player knew where it was. Now Lachak has it. As Slovakia goes to get some changes behind the net. All the way up to the red line, picked up by Slovakia. Intercepted. Back and forth, potential 2-on-1 now. Here's Rohacic, shot. He faked it, tried to pass. Oh, I don't know if that was the best decision from where I'm sitting. It looked like he had plenty of net to shoot at. 42 seconds remaining in the game, all knotted at one. Send it on Smithson, and he's just going to eat that and get the whistle. 37.2 seconds left. Timeout White, 30-second timeout. All right, timeout's over. lining up for the draw here. 37.2 seconds left. One back by Alberta, back behind the net. 30 seconds left. Take the outlet pass, now go towards the cross floor. Still in their zone. Cross floor towards the near boards. Miscue has it, the captain. Miscue still carrying it. 10 seconds left. They got to get the ball on net. Shots loose underneath Travar, and he smothers it. 6.7 seconds left. All right, well, a must-win draw for both teams here. Toth is going to take it against Vitala. Slovakia forming a wall, won by Slovakia. Good win. They should eat this into the corner. That'll do it. So to overtime we go. Well, isn't this interesting? Another overtime game. And a bronze medal affair between Slovakia and Alberta, all knotted at 1. on the backhander, blocked by Giba. Centering attempt over to Minor. Centering attempt. And then softly out by Giba. Long outlet pass. Dumped in. Slovakia getting some changes here. Picked up by Lepar. Softly out, turnaround, blocked. Chipped in. Lepar with it. Drops it up for Vitala, shot. Ooh, just rang wide. Centering attempt, Edwards in all alone. Shot, save, rebound, save. Oh, Javar, 2 in a row. Wow. To see a look at the replay here. Boy, you don't get much better chances than that for your Edwards. Got the angle, Javar just cut it down, stayed square to the shooter. Huge save. Face off. Won by Alberta. Rolls off the stick of McKinnon. Shot. Deflected off a foot. Over to Vitala. Up along the boards. Centering attempt. Goes Aaron. Shot. Wide. Rebound. Centering loose. Alberta all the momentum right now. Back to Woshishin. Javar comes out to play it, shot, oh, it's sent wide by McKinnon, he had an empty net. Oh my God. Oh, McKinnon kicking himself right now. Javar lost his net, went right to McKinnon. Oh. Well, they just don't come any closer than that. Looks like Alberta's getting some wholesale line changes now. What a great shift for them. Back by Alberta. Towards the sideboards. Back to the point. McLennan. Rifled into the boards. Chipped up. Picked up by Slovakia. Centering attempt. Out of the zone. Sent in by Slamaj. Back behind the net. Poke checked away. Alberta there. 2 players on it. Along the boards. Good keep by Slovakia. Minarik shot. Pad save. Ball is about to squirt in front, and then Smithson just smothered that one. See here on the replay, the ball is just squirting loose. There was a Slovakian player all alone in front. Face off, picked up by the Slovaks, but then intercepted by Alberta, and that's rifled up into the mesh netting, so the face-off will stay back down low. All right, Gieb on the draw for Slovakia. Won by Alberta. Back behind the net. He's going to try the lob. Nope. Well, they just don't have outlet passes here. Up. along the far boards, intercepted again by Minarik, and it's number 17 for Slovakia. He's just so impressive, his ability to read the play. Now back behind the net, 6:35 remaining in the overtime period. Sudden death. If not, we go to a shootout. Ball is intercepted, and then Javar comes out to bat it all the way out. That's probably going to be a flooring call. A little too hard. Well, Alberta certainly had the momentum in this overtime period. They've had the more opportunities overall, and certainly more of the scoring chances. Slovakia got to find something to get some offense generated here. One back by the Slovaks, lobbed out again. Giving chase on the forecheck. Ball comes up right below me. Intercepted. Sent back in, but Slovakia was offsides. Centering attempt to LaFontaine. He's got some help along with Fagan. Fagan trying to find Miner. Shot off the pipe! Oh my God! Troy Miner just rang the crossbar. Wow. When we talk about hockey being a game of centimeters. Ball's loose. Ball's still loose. Now they blow it dead. Don't know if we'll see that on the replay. The shot by Miner here. Yeah, we will. Look at this. Bang. Oh. You can see the spectators behind reacting. Should be a good angle here. Boink. Wow. All right, late change. Fagan comes off, picked up by the Slovak. Shot! Oh, waffle save! Smithson just caught it at the last second as it was curving towards the far corner. Slovakia gains possession in the neutral zone. And that's going to be a flooring call. 5:06 remaining in the overtime period. All right, referee blows the whistle, ready for the draw. Thompson taking it for Alberta. One back by Slovakia. Baitala wins the draw. Chipped out, intercepted, shot, just wide. Oh, Merkler with a good look at the net there. Merkler might have hurt his shoulder on that. Intercepted by Slovakia, carrying it into the Alberta zone. Poke checked away, now out of the zone. Thompson's got no help here. Turnaround effort, just steered away. Back behind the net. Up to Podarski. Back behind the net again. Over to Minarik. Chipped up. Jack gains the zone. He's got Giba with him. Can he get it there? Shot! Save! Oh, what a save, Smithson. So flooring call. 4 minutes, 2 seconds left. Huge save, Smithson. Giba will take the draw. Slovakia. One back by Alberta. Good win on the part of number 41, Jason Toth. Alberta in their own zone. Up to Fagan. Potential 3-on-2. Slovakia's got to get back here. Minor shot. Pad save. Rifled out. Intercepted. Slovakia. Late check. Save. Smithson. Oh, huge round of applause from the fans in attendance here. Minor picks it up. LaFontaine blocked. Player tripped up. We're going to get a call here. Alberta's going to be short. Happened right in front of the referee. And now Slovakia probably takes an unnecessary penalty. Well, Slovakia just cost themselves there. That's one of the dumbest penalties I've ever seen somebody take in ball hockey. I know I'm not supposed to criticize people, and I'm not. I'm just telling you like I see it. You're about to go on the power play in the overtime game, and you have 5 seconds after the whistle, and you body check the guy. Like, come on, man. I don't understand that. I really don't. You got to be in control of your emotions. It's just no excuse for it. You're hurting your team. And again, I'm not rooting for either team. I'm just calling the game. I'm just telling you, boy, that's one of the dumbest penalties I've ever seen a hockey player at this level take. Just inexcusable. Well, the original penalty was on Alberta. The faceoff should be down low in the Alberta zone, I believe. But the referee is still providing some explanation. I mean, that penalty for Slovakia was on number 37, Robert Drobic. Wow. 4-on-4. It's going to favor Alberta. They certainly have more speed. Lobbed out to the Slovak bench. Minute 51 on the matching minors, 3:05 in the period. Referee saying, hi mom, hi dad. Appreciate all the fans tuning in back home. Won by Slovakia, quick shot, blocked. They get the rebound, blocked again, poke checked in. Towards the far boards. Now the dump in, but that was from behind the red line. Javar came out to play it. Potential 2-on-1 here. Vitala's got to hustle. He's got to look at the net. Shot, score! Dan Vitala gives Slovakia the bronze. What can you say? What a game. What a way to end it. Dag Vitala streaking down the left wing. Had no passing lane for the 2-on-1. The Alberta defenseman was in prime position. Vitala just picked his head up after he saw Alberta was in position and just pulled out a bomb. A running bomb, top corner, nothing Smithson can do. You've heard me say it many times, it's just an amazing shooter making an amazing shot as Slovakia continues to celebrate. They'll head back to their own zone here. Take a look at the replay here. See him pick his head up, he's just looking to see where the goaltender is, and then again, you can't react to that, folks. I'm a goalie. It's one of those shots that has eyes. I mean, you got a feel for Alberta and Smithson. You really do. Boy, did they play a heck of a game. I mean, they had opportunities. You know, this was a back and forth affair. I felt like they controlled the pace of the overtime game. And, you know, at the end, they just didn't have it. Dag Baitala throwing an unbelievable shot, running full speed, picks his head up, the top shelf. What a finish. So the assist goes to the goaltender, Dravar. Unbelievable. Dravar makes the clear all the way up to Baitala. And he gives Slovakia the bronze. As Slovakia salutes the fans in attendance that made the journey with them all the way across an ocean and half a continent. Well, it's always good to end on a victory. Taking home the bronze medal. You know, obviously everybody wants to go home with gold, but only one team can. I just feel for Smithson. It's just, there was absolutely nothing he could have done on that. Well, can't say it wasn't an exciting game, right? I mean, wow. Hopefully that's a taste of things to come here for the gold medal game. Got to be Smithson. Give it to Troy Minor. Hey, no argument for me. You saw this guy's wheels all over the floor. You know, could have went to the netminder. Minor just making things happen out there all game. Absolutely deserving player of the game honors. You know, for Slovakia, a lot of times this goes to the game winner. I expect Baitala, if not, probably the goalie. There you go, Dag Baitala, game-winning goal. I mean, listen, I don't care if you don't do squat the whole game. You score a game winner in overtime against a team like Canada Alberta and give your team the bronze medal. You got my vote for player of the game. And you can see me on the stream here in the blue shirt. I'm just going to go ahead and squat down out of the picture.
That was a great shot.
Yeah, the scorekeeper's talking to me right now, says this is a great shot. Yeah, it was. There's nothing the goalie could do on it.
That's what I told him, like, that was the perfect shot. Like, it was...
Yeah, scorekeeper and I agree. It was just the perfect shot. No goalie in the world is going to save that. Referees get their awards, as is tradition here. Hard work to get the privilege of working a medal game. Presented by ISBHF President Elio Pascuzo. Last is Jeff Johnstone, recognized from America. Being congratulated by referee-in-chief for North America, Michael Wabi.
What a game, eh?
Go ahead and take their picture. I'm hanging around for the presentation here of the Slovakian bronze medals. So the captain, Sean Miskill, will come up to accept the 4th place award. Presented again by President Elio Cascuzo. Go ahead and take a picture. So Slovakia will come on up and accept the bronze medals, and then they will be awarded the 3rd place trophy. What a game, really, just what a game. Do you feel like saying anything about this? Always good to see the sportsmanship being displayed here in ball hockey as Slovakia will go over and shake the hands of the opposing team. I mean, obviously, the game got a little chippy there toward the 3rd, but listen, if anybody understands what's at stake, it's the Legends division, right? 45 plus. These guys have been through wars in their life. It's never personal, right? It's just great athletes at the top of their game trying to compete, take home hardware. You can make the argument that Slovakia is really the defending champions because last Masters tournament, before we changed the age limit and we created a 35 plus Masters and a Legends 45 plus, the Masters was 40 plus 2 years ago, and Slovakia won it. So a lot of those players unable to make the trip across the pond this time. Again, get up to be around our age, in your 40s, some players in the 50s, right? You just got kids, college, and all this other stuff, jobs, things to do. So it's hard to get, like the actual returning team to come back and defend the title. But credit, to head coach Yaro Mahal, one of the best people you'll ever meet in ball hockey, who just managed to put together a solid roster. They gave Canada a great game. Did he have all the players that he would have liked? No, of course not. But no team here does, right? This is the Legends division. Again, life gets in the way. But just goes to show you what an outstanding coach he is, right? He made the best of what he had. And getting down to tactics, when we talk about what he did in that game against Alberta to neutralize their speed, it worked the entire game. And again, I'm not criticizing Alberta. I just felt, as you heard me say in the second intermission, there could have been some coaching adjustments, maybe some lob passes to try and get their speed going that were never made. So I think when Alberta goes back and looks at the digital media file, they might have said, yeah, maybe we should have tried this, we should have tried that, but right, we all do that after we lose. It's easy for me to sit here, I don't know these players, right, say what could have, should have been done. I'm just trying to provide color commentating, and I don't have one here in the booth with me. But credit to Slovakia. They figured out a way to neutralize the attack and, took away what I consider to be Alberta's main strength. Alberta certainly had chances. They made some coaching adjustments as well, in terms of just getting balls to the net and moving laterally in the offensive zone and trying to find spots where they could get clean looks from that. They did. And Dravard just made a great save, right? Time after time after time. They're going to go ahead and play the Slovakian national anthem. And that will do it for me, folks. So I will be back for the gold medal game